Wanted to ask you, Dr. Peat, first of all, the question then, what is a hormone? Because I know you've got a very different outlook on it.
That was a question I brought up with my endocrinology students at the Naturopathic College in the 1970s. And against the background of classical endocrinology, it has a different meaning than when you look at it against contemporary theory of what they're teaching the medical students. So my students were sort of confused by the way I presented the question. But if you look at the standard definition that a hormone is something secreted by cells somewhere in the body into the body fluids and moves in those fluids and acts on cells somewhere else in the body. If that's the working definition of a hormone, then can't you say that lactic acid and carbon dioxide are just as much hormones as anything else, because they're created by various cells and move in the body fluids and definitely act on cells in other parts of the body. But what has developed over the last 30, 40, 50 years incorporates the idea of genes as the really controlling agent of any cell. And so if a substance is going to act on a cell in a different part of the body, it must be somehow activating on its genes. And so the idea of a receptor as something that picks up something from a cell's environment to activate the genes within that cell, that has come to the center of the textbook type of medical endocrinology. But the way I see the subject really is an extension of the very beginnings around the middle of the 19th century,